Welcome everybody to the Porkula Peninsula here on the coasts of southern Finland, just west of Helsinki. It wasn't far from here, about 2 decades ago, that our founder Rauno Koivusaari and John Leljelund deployed the first wave roller units. It was a small panel pumping water to the seashore, only a few watts in power, but that time it was to validate the principle and demonstrate that wave roller could in fact harness the ocean's power to generate electricity. This is a great example of wave energy and the benefit of wave energy that we have here today. As you can see, it's not particularly sunny. There are clouds traveling across the sky and blocking the sun, so any solar panel here would experience a lot of irregularity in the power production, and it's not particularly windy either here. You can see the grass is not moving, so there's not much wind in this location. But as you can see behind me, the waves are still rolling in. And the reason for that is that the waves have been generated far out at sea. They've been generated by the wind that's out there, blowing on the surface of the water and causing the water particles to rotate. And these water particles then bump into the next water particles that then start to rotate, and eventually you have this rotation traveling along the surface of the ocean. But it's not just the surface of the ocean, it's actually extending quite deep, usually around half the wave length. So that water particle motion, or that sea wave, starts to move across the surface of the ocean. And we see the byproduct of this by the dips and the troughs and the peaks of the wave as they travel across the ocean. But then they hit the shoreline, or they come into shallow water, and that bottom of the wave start to feel the bottom of the sea, the seabed. And this rotation starts to transform more from a rotation into an elliptical motion, and eventually a back and forth motion as that interaction increases as the water becomes more and more shallow. And this is a nice example here. We can see the waves have been generated out at sea here in the Gulf of Finland. Actually, probably further, the wind is blowing from the southwest, so far out in the Baltic. So the waves have been generated there. They've travelled over the surface, and now they're bumping into the beautifully smooth rocks here. The waves are then riding up on these smooth rocks. That's caused by this back and forth wave surge phenomenon. You've probably experienced the wave surge if you've ever been to the beach, when the waves are particularly strong. Perhaps a day like today with 1 meter waves. You've got into the water and you felt that drag, that tug as you swim, and you'll put your foot down onto the seabed and you feel the waves trying to tug you out. That's another example of wave surge. And this surge is what we're utilising with the wave roller technology. With Mega Roller, we have a large panel that is tugged backwards and forwards by that surge in around 10 to 15 meters of water depth. So a bit further out to sea than here, maybe half a kilometer from here, we would have a wave roller, Mega Roller panel that will be utilizing that underwater backwards and forwards surge to generate electricity. So that's one of the benefits of wave energy, is this ability to complement other forms of renewable energy. We can complement wind energy. In a location like here in Porkula, the wind often dies down in the evening time. As the land cools down in the night time, then this shore wind calms down, but still the waves roll into the shore. So it can complement wind energy on a day-to-day basis. Also at night time, when the sun sets, still we have wave energy rolling in. So it's a great way of complementing other forms of renewable energy, intermittent renewable energy.